As always, let's read the question first. The amount of $12,000 is deposited in an account. The minute we see that it's deposited in an account right now, so that becomes the present value of money, or the principal P, which is $12,000. So right now we have $12,000. The amount in the account after 230 days, which means after a certain period of time, we have $15,000. So that would be $15,000 is the amount A, which is equal to $15,000. So that's the future value. And the amount of time that this money, which is $12,000, sits in the account, let's call it T, also called Y, is equal to 230 days. What we don't know here is the rate, but before that, we need to know what kind of interest it is. And clearly it's here, it says simple. The minute you see the word simple interest, you know which formula to apply. So the formula is A equals P times 1 plus R times T. Remember, T or Y, depending on which textbook you use. So now the important thing to know about any of these interest formulas is that the time is always in years. The time has to be converted to years before you plug in the value of time into the formula. So let's see. Let's use dimensional analysis that we've learned in the past. So 230 days times, we know that 1 year equals 365 days. So let's use this equation. So we want the days to cancel out. We're trying to convert it into years. So let's put days in the denominator and years in the numerator. Make sure that the days cancel each other out. And we have 230 over 365. And the unit of time is years. So now all we need to do is plug in the numbers. So we have A, which is 15,000. So at the end of 230 days, we have $15,000. At the beginning, we had $12,000. So that's the P, which is the principal, plus 1 plus the rate. We don't know what it is. We're going to leave it as R. The time that it stays in the account is 230 over 365 days. So now we have to solve for R. So we have to get R by itself. So the first thing we do is divide both sides by $12,000. We want to get rid of 12,000 from the right side because remember we are trying to get R by itself. So that's $12,000. So now that cancels off. So we have 15 over 12 equals 1 plus R times 230 over 365. Now remember, again, just remind yourself, we're trying to get R by itself. So let's get rid of the 1 first by subtracting the 1 on both sides. So next we have 15 over 12 minus 1 equals R times 230 over 365. Again, remind ourselves that R is what we're trying to get by itself. So we need to get rid of 230 over 365. So let's multiply both sides by 365 over 230, which is the reciprocal. Make sure you put this in parentheses before you multiply the left side. The parentheses are important. 365 over 230. Okay, so make sure that we get r by itself. So finally we do r is by itself. Plug it into the calculator exactly the way you see it. So it's going to be 365 divided by 230. Make sure you put it in parentheses. Open parentheses. 15 divided by 12 minus 1. And when you multiply the two, you're going to get, and we convert it into a percent, so that would be 3.97%. So I've just rounded it to 2 decimal places. Remember, you get your answer as a decimal, but then convert it to a percent by multiplying by 100, and that's exactly what you get.